This is your sponsor.
Huh?
Sponsor.
Sponsored by Mount Franklin.
Yep.
We actually have
Can I have a quick look at this?
You don't mean to open it.
just for show.
Oh, that's $4 out.
That was my job at the World Cup to make sure the bottles are facing the right way.
I'm glad someone does that. That would bug me a lot if they were. That stuff's annoying.
You can drink it. If you want to.
Oh, thanks.
Just confirming.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Yep. Go for it.
Well, that was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome for fourth quarter, but obviously, what's your thoughts on the whole game, how it transpired?
Yeah, I think the first 5 minutes were pretty good. Looked like what we wanted to look like, and then the next 5 minutes looked like the beginning of the third, and then the second quarter was sort of backwards and forwards, and the third quarter was the worst basketball we've played all season. Then the fourth quarter looked like us. So yeah, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde out there, but I mean this team's been really good at finding a way, and I think that's the difference. We just spoke about it in the room, like when we don't play well, we probably don't fall as far as some of the other teams do that when they don't play well. So we're able to find our feet again somewhere there, and then gather a bit of momentum and work our way back. So yeah, it's a pretty good job from everyone. There was some, you saw some frustration and some body language and some things we haven't seen during the season. But yeah, we felt like everyone responded really well. So yeah, really happy to come away with that one. So
Have you been in that situation much before this year to have to know how the girls how to handle it?
yeah, look, I think we've had we had the game. North Gold Coast was tight like that. We had a game against Townsville that was pretty tight. Spartans game was pretty tight. Like we've had some, like that middle patch of the season, we had some close games. Like after having some really big wins early. But yeah, I think just tonight just came down to really, it's going to sound crazy, but I didn't win the game in the fourth quarter. That was all the team. They decided to find their own way. I gave them a bit of steering, and they looked after the rest. So that's how enjoyable it is to coach the group. So sorry, Al, I've spoken too much.
Talking well.
Yeah.
And I think we're also pretty good at no one's out there and taking it all themselves. We're all picking each other up, and we're all one team. It's never are we saying oh, you did that and that was the reason. We're all just working to get back on that next play.
Yeah, probably the other thing too there, I think we had a few people wanting to go, oh yeah, that's my fault. Or, when things are going wrong, everyone wants to go, oh, that's me. I'm like, whoa, hang on. It's not, it's all of us. It's collectively the five of us and me, we're all not doing what we need to do. That's the part where, you work it out and you navigate what you have to do. I think we played with a lot more pace in the fourth quarter. We rebounded well. On-ball defense was better. And we just built some momentum both sides of the ball.
Well, the rebounds in the fourth were probably a big change to that first three quarters. You guys gave up, I think it was 14 O-boards to them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a big change in the fourth quarter too. They didn't get very many O-boards.
Yeah. I mean, whatever the score was, 40-39 in the first half, we turned the ball over 10 times and give it up 10 offensive rebounds. I thought Ty was great tonight. Ty came in and changed the game for them. Yeah. So, Ty had a phenomenal game. I honestly hate, I kind of hate stats for people like that. It's very similar to a Kelsey, who we don't have. You look at that. Ty has 7, 6, and 4. But she had way more than 7, 6, and 4. She changed the game. She played outstanding. Her energy was great. She almost got them over the line. I thought Ty was great for them off the bench.
Do you think the fact you finished so well in the fourth quarter that gives them that confidence now that they put that in the box and know that and go back to what they?
You can probably answer that on the nerves, how you guys felt before the game. And
I'm pretty how the crowd is going, like I get kind of nervous and in my head a little bit, and so it's good to settle in. Like that first quarter was always going to be for me a bit. I come in and I'm like, oh, what's happening? So to settle in was good. But I also think we always talk about like tomorrow's game's a new game. So it's good that we finish strong, but we got to start strong tomorrow. Whole different thing.
Yeah, and I like I said last year, Rocky ain't gonna give up and go home. Like they're gonna come out swinging and they're gonna get after us. And I think we've got to be prepared for that early on. Like how they played in the third quarter is what it's gonna look like in the first quarter tomorrow. And then it's going to see who can get to the end pretty much, because I mean we both were pretty light on with our bench, so our starters had a body of work done there tonight, so recovery is going to be critical.
And you look at you talked about tie for Rocky, but for you Bolman in the fourth quarter was huge.
Yeah. Look, I thought AJ ticked the clock along and then rebounded really well, and then obviously. When Bowman got going, the ball started to get to her. Like Erin probably didn't see the ball. Like we just didn't get it to the second side. Erin plays the two. Erin's on the second side. The ball didn't get to Erin's side of the court. So that's some of that's on us. And that's not because we want to get the ball to Erin and Erin just does Erin things. Like No, we've got to play through Erin and we've got to play off 2 feet and we've got to drive some secondary closeouts and that sort of stuff, which we just didn't do. And that's why the score was 21-12, in the third quarter. So, and as bad as that feels, they still only scored 21 points. So, but yeah. How about you, Al? One more game, hey?
Yeah, good to go.
Yeah.
Not a big
I'm a
deal.
bit worried about the tight rotations. Not necessarily going as deep into the subs with the possibility of a third game.
Look, I think that probably plays into our hands because I think we can probably play some of our bench more. I mean, I got Hainsey sitting on the bench that hasn't played. So Hainsey's good to go when we call on Hainsey. Hainsey will go out there and do Hainsey things. She'll play out of the high post. She'll play good D. She'll play spot minutes for people. Sass didn't play a heap, but Sass was really good when Sass was out there. Sass got a critical rebound at one stage there. And I mean, they're one play here and there, but they're big plays. And then Sass doesn't get back out there. It's not that Sass doesn't not get back out there because Sass didn't do a good job. It was just that's how the flow of the game went. So I look to see Sass getting in early tomorrow. I think look to see Court playing more tomorrow, and just see where it goes from there. But yeah, I'm really comfortable that we can play we'll play our bench. I think early on we'll have to run through and get everyone going, and then see where it plays from there. And I think Drew will do the same. I mean we got to be prepared to play on Sunday. So try to get to the fourth quarter, see what happens, and then go from there.
You got a great example of a perfect bench player sitting next to you in Alice. Alice, I just want to know from your perspective, what was your mindset today? Because as a team and as an individual, because we noticed that at the semi-final against the Seahawks, your team came out quite passive, and we weren't used to seeing that from the Wizards, but today everyone looked very switched on. So as a team and as an individual coming off the bench, how do you approach these games differently?
I mean, for me personally, like when I'm coming off the bench, I'm just going in there to do the best job I can. I know that our starters are putting absolutely everything into the game, and I know that I'm not there to go, I'm not Erin, I'm not going to go and score 20 points. That's not just how I play. But I'm going to go in and get a good rebound, and I'm going to play the best defense I can because we just want to play really well for each other. And so I think that's everybody's focusing on doing their job because they know that if you do your job, everyone will do well.
Yeah. So I think that's the one thing about Al all year is that Al's done whatever we've asked Al to do. So Al's playing, plays the big, plays the wing, and make that adjustment. And I think we've communicated better this year than we did last year. So I probably learned a little bit about Al's personality and letting Al prepare better. And but Al's done a great job with that, as has all of the bench. But Al knows she's going to play this year, so I think she's done an outstanding job for us.
Thanks, Dwight.
Good stuff.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.